everyone, and welcome to the House of Royale. I am your host, Rochelle, not Rachel. Rochelle Royale. It is not Rachel. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I am so happy and joyful because I have a princess here in all pink, glittery, bright, just bringing the joy and the sunshine to the studio. This artist is coming in with the energy. We need to match her energy, y'all. So go to patreon.com/House of Royale and drop $10,000. And I am going to give Blair Woods 5.
Yeah.
Okay? It's going to happen. I know it is. I'm just going to keep putting it out there. I know that we have these angel investors out there that want to help us do what we do best because it's expensive being a singer.
It is so expensive being a singer.
Yeah. And all we want to do is entertain y'all. Like, it's really just the service industry, but like we can't do our job without money. So
Truth.
Go to the Patreon, you guys. And I will see you in a second. Bye. We're back. Today, I have a recording artist, singer, songwriter, vocalist, costume designer, performer, entertainer, all of the things, you guys. A pop princess icon. All the way from Florida. She is now here in Los Angeles, putting music out, doing live shows, which we're going to talk about too. Please give it up for the gorgeous Blair Wood.
Hi, I'm back.
Yes!
Hello. Back and better than ever.
Yes. One of your fans was like, please make her interview like 4 hours long.
And they will watch it.
Yeah.
They will watch it. Love you guys.
It's so amazing to have fans that love you to the point where they're going to sit down and watch a 4-hour.
We had a 14-hour live stream one time because I was just working and recording and getting stuff done. And there was at least 10 of you guys that stayed on there all 14 hours.
Wow.
I personally couldn't be me. I don't have the attention span for that, but I'm so glad that you guys do. So thank you.
Yeah. I mean, the amount of time, I mean, you inspire me because you are goals. You are on the computer and the phone
24/7. So much so that I don't have a social life.
Right. Which is fine because it's kind of like, you know, we have to sacrifice all the normal things in life.
You have to sacrifice something, and you know, it was either sacrifice your career for a social life or sacrifice your social life for a career.
I have to be honest though, and like, look, shout out to all of the beautiful moms and women that are married and with like multiple children and you have a house and shit. But like whenever I go onto Facebook and I see that, like I'm happy for them.
I am too, because that's not the life I wanted, you know, eventually, but like not right now. I've got time.
Right. It truly makes me sprint back to what I was doing 10 minutes prior.
Yes. I'll see a baby and I'll get baby fever for a course of maybe like 10 minutes max. And then I will also see the post below where the baby has done something drastic, terrible. And I probably can't say it on the podcast, but that makes me go, oh yeah, I don't want that. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't have to have that.
And obviously I'm not speaking from experience, but I feel like the only way for a mother to survive the home life is you're just so exhausted that you're just not being affected.
Yeah. You have to be very strong to be a mom. So shout out to all the mommies in my life that I know and the mommies that I don't know. You guys are doing a job that personally I could do one day, but I don't want to do.
Yeah, it's brutal. But, you know, that being said, I'm always searching for inspiration because it does get to the point where every day we're kind of like, why are we doing this?
You know, I like to look at it as there's people that, you know, go straight into having babies and straight into having families and getting married. And that's amazing. I'm glad that there are people that want to do that, and there is nothing wrong with that being your goal as a woman. But I'm also very happy that we have people, you know, it's women specifically, that are going after their dreams, even when it sucks. And sacrificing a family and sacrificing, because like, you know, I would like to have a family one day, but with the right person and at the right time. And, you know, that hasn't happened yet. So we're pushing on. But,
right.
But, you know, the women that are out here, we're kicking ass because we're continuously living in a city that's way too fucking expensive. Am I allowed to say fuck?
Yeah.
Way too fucking expensive. And we're doing this on our own. We don't have men here to, you know, pay for our shit. A lot of us don't have parents that are paying for our shit.
Yeah.
A lot of us are doing this solely on our own, and we're figuring it the fuck out.
Yeah.
And that's why you inspire me. Like, I literally look up to you. That's why I keep going, because I'm like, all right, she's doing it. I can do it. Let's go. Like,
yeah, I mean, that is definitely something that keeps me going, is the anger that I feel. Like, every time let's say I'm sitting in a work meeting, theoretically, or just being a singer.
Yeah.
And a man is mansplaining or yelling at us or breaking us the fuck down and telling us why we're not all of the things that we actually are.
Yeah.
And I remember, oh my God, it's only a handful of women that have really like won the game and sought justice. And we have to keep seeking justice. But also, it does feel so good to have, like, I have had sugar daddies. I have had plenty of men in my life that are like, Rochelle, you're a star. Please let me be involved. Please let me pay for your career.
Yeah.
And the second they get involved, they want the nana, and they want to brainwash, and they want to break you the fuck down to then own you.
I was going to say to own you, because that's the thing, is when men can take control of something, because that's the thing. Men love to reel you in and say, hey, like, I'm going to do all of this. I'm going to be such a good man to you, whether it's a sugar daddy or a boyfriend. I'm going to be such a good man to you. And then majority of the men, maybe it's just Los Angeles, I don't know. But, you know, I've been here for like 8 years now, so this is all I know. But they like to reel you in, and they like to say, I can make all your dreams come true. And then as soon as you let them, they'll hold it against you, and they own you now. And you have to do what they say because it's their money. And at the end of the day, you don't. It's their fault if they want to spend money on you. So like, they don't own you.
Yeah, and let me just say this. Men, we love the men that love us, okay?
Yes.
Like, this is not about hating men. We're not man haters. And I'm not going to give y'all the glory of being like, oh, this podcast is just about hating men. It's like, no. We adore the dudes that treat us right.
There are men out there that know how to treat a woman.
Right.
I won't go into specifics. Cannot say.
It's just usually the boys that have a very attractive face and a really great dick, they tend to not, because they don't have to.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's typically how it goes, and even it's sometimes it's the men who don't, and who just have a lot of money or a moderate amount of money, not enough to be acting like that. It doesn't matter how much money you have, you shouldn't be treating someone like shit. Right.
Yeah, and look, women too. Like, there's two sides to it, gentlemen. We know, we hear you. I've heard the men say, "Hey, it's happened to me too." I get it. I'm on everyone's side, but women can only speak from what we've been through and our experiences.
And I'm just going to say personally, sure, we hear you, and I have some amazing male figures in my life, and to y'all, I love you. I fucking love you. Thank you for showing me that men do still exist in that light, because otherwise I would have lost hope a long time ago.
Yeah.
But just speaking from experience, and I won't specify who, just so I don't get sued. There's some men out there that you could be the most perfect version of yourself for them, and you can take care of them when they're down, and they're still going to somehow formulate in their mind that because they can't have you now, that you used them, and that, oh, women are evil because my last ex used me. Did she?
Wow.
Did she? Because my question is, for the men who like to say all their exes are crazy, or all their exes are bitches, or all their exes have used them, did she? What did you do first? That's my question.
Amen. Yeah. And also historically, by the way, the camera is your audience. Don't look at the computer.
I've been looking at the camera.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because Blair's a professional.
Yeah. Sometimes I peek at myself.
Historically, I mean, let's just be motherfucking real. Men have been running the planet. So it's been really rough for girls to claw their way to the other side of this. And we're still doing it.
Yeah. And
That's all.
2024. And like, I don't know. Respect us a little. I've been doing music professionally for what, 8 or 9 years now. If I'm going to come into the studio, I'm also classically trained.
Yeah.
I do musical theater. I do Broadway. Well, not Broadway, like off Broadway, but I can do what people on Broadway can do. And I still have men try to mansplain how it works, how harmonizing works, how vocals work and everything. And I will admit, you know, I am learning engineering in the production side. So like with that, like, you know, if my producer Nick, shout out Nick, love you. If he wants to explain something to me, obviously I'm asking.
Exactly.
And I'm not mad about that. But for the people who don't know me and I come into a session and you treat me as if I'm stupid, as if it's my first session ever, when I tell you that I've been doing this for like 8-ish years.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Right. It's going to take time for people to get used to seeing a girl with a pretty face. And if we're wearing all pink, it doesn't matter. And I think people just need to get more used to seeing like a cute girl spit facts and like just know what the fuck is going on, know how to run a full studio, you know? I mean, the beautiful thing about this podcast is there's no one here. So like a dude is forced to be like, oh shit, she's running the whole thing by herself. And it's like, to me, it's not even a flex. To me, it's like, this shit's easy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like what I really need to be doing is producing music because that's way harder.
Yeah.
So props to all of the girls that are engineering and producing your own shit. And what you're doing is part of this movement of changing history.
Yeah.
Period.
And I feel like, thank you.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something too, and major shout out to all the women that are already like in your bag and producing like you are, because I am not there yet. And obviously it's going to take a while for me to get there. And I'm mainly doing it just as I told you so. I can do quite literally anything. I think that's why I pick up any hobby. I have a lot of random things that I do. Yeah. And I feel like that's why I pick it up, is to prove to myself like, oh yeah, you can do that. And it's like a fun little challenge for myself as to like, oh, well, you should probably know how to demo out your own stuff by now, girl. Let's work on this.
Straight up. I mean, whatever the reason is, it doesn't matter as long as it's motivating us to get our ass in front of the computer and learn. Yeah. Because I know for me, I tie everything to a past memory. Yeah. And that has destroyed my workflow. Yeah. Because when I think of Pro Tools, I think of like 25 evil producers that have ruined my life or whatever. Like,
well, just switch it to Logic. That's okay.
yeah. But it's like the podcast, I didn't have any connection to that. So I was able to learn everything without connecting it to the trauma. So just speaking to all of my girls out there who, you know, came to LA probably when I did. After Britney and Christina, it was already done, right? Like it was already done. And we were kind of like the leftovers of like that pop craze. And it was such a sad time because it was like, well, we don't really need you anymore. Like, what are you bringing to the music industry? And there was like a long lull of like no pop girlies. And now it's coming back with a vengeance. And that's almost like the reason why I want to learn, why I want to get back on the computer and learn, is because I'm seeing Y2K and all the Britneys come forth in this big wave.
Did we also see Bonnie McKee is putting out her album finally? Yeah. Slay. Yes. We love that. We love to see that. That woman has written all the hits. Right. all your favorite hits that you've probably heard on the radio, that woman has written, and I want to be that. I want to do what she does.
Exactly.
Like, touring sounds fun, and being a Barbie pop star sounds fun, sure, but I want to be the writer. I want to be the one behind it all.
Yeah.
I feel like writing is so much fun to me. I never have writer's block.
Yeah.
It's so much fun, and I want to do that. I feel like that would be so epic.
Same, girl.
Yeah.
Same. Like getting placements and doing like being the music supervisor for like a full movie or like the music supervisor for a hit TV show would be so much fun because it's like we would fucking kill it being a music supervisor.
Yes.
Like we know our shit. So it's just so funny when I look back the way that I have been treated by certain people. Like I've had a lot of success and I've had more people than not give me praise.
Yes.
But when you look at what people are actually doing to help you build your fucking career, that is where the proof is in the pudding. And it's like, but what did you really do for me?
Yeah.
Other than tell me this, this, and this.
Yeah.
That's not going to help.
Yeah. I feel like there's several scenarios where, you know, there's been people in my life that have come and gone and still been like, oh yeah, I put her on, and I'm like, to what? To what?
Right.
Or, you know, for example, the last situation, he loved to say that like he gave me a life. Anytime we would have an argument.
Oh, geez.
I won't get in fully to anything.
I don't really know I know that you had a boyfriend, but we haven't kikied about
We haven't
any of
kikied
that.
about it because for the longest time, I really wasn't like allowed to do my own thing. It was an insecurity thing on his end. Like I wasn't allowed to, like, I could have probably hung out with you, but then later that night, I would have gotten called a number of explicit names.
Wow.
And told to, you know, get the fuck out. And at the time, I thought I loved that man. So, you know, loving the idea of someone, by the way, is kind of like a disease.
Yes, preach.
Let's really, the next time, this is for all the girlies out there and the boys, you know, because the boys can also fall for this. I feel like girlies more so than boys, but, you know, boys can. When you are falling for somebody and you are talking to them and you think that you love them so much, I want you to think about your conversations with them. I want you to think about if they've made you laugh or if the things that you've said or the conversations you've started have been the reason why you're laughing. I want you to think about any of the times that you have spent with them. Has it been fun because they planned it, because they made it fun, or because you made it fun?
Yes.
If you're putting in all the work at the end of the day and they're not, I don't think you love them. I think you love the idea of them. And then that's when we start dipping into therapy and start pulling back and learning healthier mechanisms on how to cope with that.
Up. Yes. Amen. Nailed it. Nailed it. I mean, and I forget where I heard that originally, but even like recently, all of these little pieces of advice are so recent for me personally. Like Whitney Cummings and Chelsea Handler are like the first two women to really snap my brain into reality. You know,
another woman that I absolutely love, and I briefly got to meet her, and I didn't even realize it was her because I'm stupid. Sorry. But Violet Benson, the one who does the Almost Adulting podcast, a lot of her relationship advice kind of like brought me out of that dream state when I was with my ex, that I was just like, I only, and I don't remember if I heard that quote from her or from a Threads post, but I've been sticking to that. And I've been really thinking about that a lot.
Yes, Violet is great too. I love her. But yeah, it's like women usually are the ingredients for a good time.
Yes.
Because men have a difficult time communicating.
Yes.
Men love the video game. They love the, I don't know, the bar or like pool. Like they love to do activities.
It's like us trying to figure, men, what do you do for fun?
Yeah.
Like, football. Like,
which is why so many of us look back at the people that we've hooked up with, and it's like most of the guys that I really liked were kind of gay. You know? I'm starting to think that, you know, whenever they start to like their homies a little bit more than they like you, I have to wonder,
Like, do you guys like each other a little bit more?
If they're like looking you in the eyes and you're having a really great conversation, it's like, oh no.
Yeah.
Do you like to suck dick?
And there's no shame in that.
Right.
But maybe figure that out first.
Yeah. It's and then there's also something hot about the Neanderthal 6'2", 200-pound.
Because we want someone to take control and take the lead. I think especially for women like us, we're always taking control. We are always in the lead.
The alpha woman wants the alpha man,
And we want someone to like take that weight off of our shoulders when we come back home.
Yeah, or put that weight on our bodies. And that's another thing that like really sucks is like just the aesthetic of having a heavy, big, burly man. There's something, and I'll bleep that out. That's like, I don't want to be too vulgar on here. We're classy ladies.
Classy.
But there is something about a big, heavy man just as your lover.
Yeah.
And it sucks because everything else about those men, it's just treacherous. It's like they are probably going to murder you. And if they don't kill you,
that fun, though?
Yeah, they mentally, for some reason, it's the psychological abuse.
And you know what? That's an interesting topic to be on too, because granted, you know, there are men out there that are great and we love y'all for that. Again, we have to keep reiterating that so you guys don't think we hate men. We don't hate men. There are so many men that like I adore and I'm so happy to have in my life. You know, there are men that have
and I'm looking for one. So like if you're hot and is banging, please DM me.
She's hot as hell and she's a boss ass babe. Come on, guys.
But that's why they stay away from us.
That they are afraid.
It's
Most
too much.
are afraid.
Yeah.
I will say there are men out there again that aren't afraid, and to those real men, thank you. But you know, a lot of the psychological abuse comes from insecurities from some of these men, and it's a very interesting thing. Like once you step back and you can see, especially if you've been a part of it, you can see like it's more of just an insecurity. It's a scared little boy that never healed whatever he needed to heal, and instead of trying to heal and treat you correctly, he lashes out. And you know, while there's no excuse for that behavior, like go get a therapist. It is sad because it's like there's plenty of potential out there that I feel like goes wasted because they just simply don't know how to communicate or treat somebody.
Well, and another interesting thing, and we can move on in a minute, but I just saw Ashley Madison on Netflix.
Oh.
Do you know what this is?
Is it the...
It's a documentary about the dating site, Ashley Madison. It was for married couples.
Yeah.
And married couples could go on there and like seek out a stranger to have an affair with.
Okay, yeah.
And this couple is like highlighted in the doc, and they're like this gorgeous Christian, God-fearing, Bible-stomping, you know, like they love each other so much. They got married at like 22. And the girl, of course, was like in Taylor Swift land the whole time. She's like, this is my prince.
Yeah.
You know, and then finds out years later, 3 kids later, and they're famous. They're like a vlog family.
Oh my God.
Famous for their family being so amazing and God-fearing.
I think I heard about them.
And Christian.
Yeah. And the man has been on the site the whole time, yeah?
He finally confesses to her. And it's literally like years. In the car, with all the kids in the car, he confesses everything to her. And he's like, I've been going to strip clubs. I fucked your friend before our wedding.
Divorce immediately. I'm taking all of your shit if you ever do that to me. Hell no.
And, you know, because initially he told her, I only made an account. I never hooked up with anyone. And they stayed together for such a long time after she believed him. And they did a couple's public apology. Like, she's like, I have forgiven him. The Lord has forgiven him. He is cleansed. And it just, but like to me, like they had 40 million customers signed up on that website. And most of these people we know. It's all celebrities. It's all politicians.
It's disgusting.
But my question is, when it comes to monogamy, because this man was so devastated, he was so in love with his wife. He loved her so much. And he was like, I just did it because I was so bogged down by the kids and the marriage, and it was monotonous.
I feel like at that point, though, communicate that, because I'm going to... Yeah. I'm gonna this will be the last time that I go into this, just for the sake of not boring everybody with this. But you know, in the last relationship, I'll go ahead and say it. It was public. If you didn't want this to be public, you shouldn't have done this. He had a Tinder behind my back, didn't tell me about it. My friend sent it to me, so then I create a fake account just to go find it. I find it in 4 clicks, which means you're active. And whether you use it or not, you're stepping outside the relationship to do that. I don't care how much you love me and you say you love me. If you're gonna go behind my back and not even talk to me about it first, because he loves to say, oh, I told you, you didn't tell me about it, I found it. If I have to find it and you go behind my back, you don't actually love me, because why wouldn't you just come to me and say, hey, I'm not really feeling this relationship anymore. I'm feeling like I want to explore outside of it. Because that's the thing. Communicate. If, you know, at that point in time, to be fair, we were fighting a lot. If it got to the point where you felt the need to step outside of the relationship, you need to just leave the relationship. You shouldn't stay in it, or you should communicate that that's how you're feeling, so then you can figure it out together. You shouldn't go behind someone's back ever. I don't think that there's any excuse for that. I feel like, you know, cheating is cheating is cheating. Lying is cheating. Like, it's betrayal. And it's not, especially in that case where they're married with kids. Yeah. Like, if you were so bogged down by it, maybe talk to her. Like, say, hey, I'm feeling a type of way because we have these kids. Because to be fair, kids can be exhausting. And I don't think a lot of people realize that.
Yeah. But the thing is like, and look, I'm being devil's advocate here because I'm wearing red tights. But you go, okay, if my husband came to me and was like, babe, I'm dying, the kids are killing me. Yeah. And like, I am having the urge to go fuck someone else. Like, what the fuck?
I think that's a topic of conversation where you're like, first of all, step back, I will hit you. But then second of all, okay, if that's the case, let's find a babysitter and take a couples retreat. Why do you feel the need to fuck somebody else? Yeah. Why do you need that? Like, I don't care about men's needs. Women also have higher sex drives than men half the time. Yeah. And we don't usually, and now I can't speak for all women. I know women cheat, but
most of the time we want to have the fantasy and be faithful, and this is my man. I'm not gonna fuck anyone else.
Exactly. Once we're that's the thing too, is I feel like a lot of men forget. Most of the time, again, I can't speak for all women. I know there are women out there that have wronged men, but for like myself, I'm speaking for myself. I'm speaking for the girlies I know. Once we are in a relationship and we really fuck with you, like we really love you, we really are down bad for you, crying at the gym, Taylor Swift reference. But once we are down bad for you, we're not leaving. Like, unless you really fuck up, we're not leaving. We will stay through some bad shit, which is terrible. You shouldn't do that, ladies. Know your worth. But for the most part, I feel like a lot of us will stay through a lot of shit just to try to work it out. And like,
there is gray area, because I can safely say, once I know I've like sealed the deal with a guy, the fire is usually gone, which is something that I know I need to dive into and examine internally.
To be so fair, it's just, I feel like that happens when it's not the right person. Yes. Even if you want it to be. Yes. And there could be multiple of not the right people. Yeah. Because there could be multiple times where you finally like, you have been talking for forever, whatever, and it finally happens, whatever, and it's just it's lackluster. Yeah. It's fine. It just means that they weren't the one.
I mean, yeah, I had, you know, not a major celebrity, but like a celebrity. Oh. You know, and I was with him. I mean, you know, I told you. And I was like, at first I was like, oh, this is amazing, because he was like calling and overly communicative. Yeah. And all of the gentlemanly things. Yeah. And I'm like, this is wild, because like, not only do I like this guy, but he's like acting right. But it was also a concern to me that he was so perfect. Yeah. And then you go, okay, what's missing? And the whole time I was waiting for the other shoe to drop,
which like, what's the catch?
Like, with a vengeance, bitch. Oh, no. Like in the news kind of shoe.
Oh, no.
Drop.
Oh, no.
The Louboutins were just falling from the sky, bitch.
The red bottoms were coming off.
The red bottoms were coming off. And so, yeah, it's like, even though I knew that it was a done deal, you know, they wanted me to meet his kids and like really date long term. I was like, Rochelle, you can't be with a sinister, crazy person.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you're right. I think once you seal the deal, maybe our intuition kicks in and we're like, wait. You won the game, but like, who is that person?
Who is that person? Yeah. I feel like two things. One being, yes, I feel like a lot of times, like once you finally get to that point, because I always say, and this is my like motto, if you will, something that I've like picked up on recently in everything in life, not just sex, but everything in life, is I feel like the journey and getting there and like the before is usually a lot better. And then once you finally get to the peak, it's like, okay, what's next? Like, and maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my, my type A, like, all right, I want more. I want more out of life. I want to do more things. It's rare. And, there are times when you can finally get to that peak and you are like, actually, I really like this person and I like to learn about them. And when they are a nice person and they're a kind soul, that's different because you can get to know them and they're safe, even if they're not your soulmate, even if they're not the one you're gonna marry. Like, at least that shows you like there is something sometimes. Yeah. Like a light at the end of the tunnel. Right. But not all the times.
But like, I think we just need to normalize women not settling because society is like pressuring us to be married. It's like, don't do it. Don't waste your life. Like, instead contribute to bringing women into power. Like, and that's how I look at it. Every time a relationship doesn't work out, every time I have this sense of relief, like, thank God I'm out of this. Yes. I'm always so relieved. And I'm like, I can go back to killing it. I can go back to me being myself, feeling empowered and confident and powerful. And it's like, when that starts to get old, then I like start looking for a new boyfriend. And I'm just like, but no, it's almost like that's my mountain that I have to climb, is like when I start getting bored of being...
I start picking up new hobbies at that point. Yeah. And I'm going to quote Taylor Swift really fast yet again, because that woman is wise. Love her or hate her, she's got bars. Hell yeah. One of the lines she has is, to the extent of leaving him felt like breathing. It felt like freedom. Yes. I don't know. I can't think of the exact line off the top of my head. The Swifties, have you finished the lyric for me? But that's such a true statement. It's like when you're out of something like that's been holding you down for so long, you're like, oh my God, I am me. I have a whole life that I had before, and that's fine. And it feels like breathing. It feels so good. Yeah. And then pick up new hobbies if you ever feel like you need a new man.
Yeah. Gaga has even stated, she's like, when I know I have a big project coming up, like I literally don't even have sex, because she's like, as soon as we have sex, we're giving away the power of our like solar plexus or whatever that is.
That's like a witchy thing. Yeah. That's a true witchy thing. Right.
Our kundalini or whatever.
And like basically for just in like a small explanation, and again, like if you're witchy, you can go in detail if you would like, but just like a small explanation, we are the creators of life. Like men can argue that all you want, but you're not the one who has the baby in the womb that is quite literally cooking a child, a human being in your body for 9 months, technically 10 if you count conception. So that being said, like we have so much, we give life out of our bodies. And when we are having sex, we are giving away some of that power, some of that essence every time we do. And that's why you see when men are, with a good woman, with a strong woman, and they're obviously like having sex, they will start to probably look better or be doing better in their career, or, the men will also start to glow. We talk a lot about women glowing. You'll notice men will also start to glow. Yeah. And that's because of the sex. And once you take that out of the equation, they turn back to kind of trolls. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, look at Tiger Woods. Oh,
look at my ex.
Yeah. I think that it's so wild, because I think women thrive on when we conserve our chi-chi, and men thrive when they're like spreading their seed. Yeah. And that is why I like to explore the whole like Ashley Madison bullshit, obviously it was like mostly men.
Yeah.
Because they have such an innate natural instinct to just go and do that. And so it's kind of like, because it is this way, ladies, I think we really need to keep focusing on how do we bring women, keep climbing the mountain. We just need more women in power. And we see it happening, but
slowly.
We're not even close.
No.
We're just not.
We're hitting like I feel like almost a precipice, but we're not quite there yet.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's really important that, you know, as women, we support each other, especially the women who are out here like really trying to do it, you know, and, you know, kudos to all the women.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all, I feel like as humans, and we're going to take the gender out of this, as humans in general, we have our place in the world, and we have, you know, our destiny, if you will. We have what our soul path is, depending on what you believe. But, you know, everyone aces in their places. Everyone has a spot. And some of us are obviously up here, you know, doing the most, trying to break that glass ceiling.
Yeah.
And it's hard. And it hasn't happened yet, really. I feel like we're getting there, but being realistic, it hasn't happened yet. We're still seeing women be disrespected. We're still seeing us not being taken serious. And we shouldn't have to be in a button-down suit, like with dark brown hair, with glasses on, with no personality. No offense to anybody who has dark brown hair. That doesn't mean that you don't have a personality. I'm just like dulling it down. I'm going to get so much hate for that as a blonde.
No, I mean,
so
Julia
sorry.
Fox has dark hair and she's one of my idols.
Well, she has a great personality. That's the thing, though, too. Is
Yeah.
like most women obviously have phenomenal personalities, but
Yeah.
I feel like men really don't want us to have one. Men want to strip us of everything. Our
Yes.
personality, what makes us us, like what makes us thrive and what we like and what makes us happy. And they want that. And that's the version that a lot of men want. Not all men, obviously. There's a lot of progressive men out there, but there's still men in power that just want to see us like be these robots that they can control. And
Amen.
It's gross.
Yeah. Yeah. So, just that being said, find 10 women this week that you look up to, girls, and study what they're doing. Like, how are they moving? What projects are they doing? How are they winning? I love looking at Alex Cooper and...
Oh, she's so much fun. I love watching her stuff.
Yeah, I mean, she's signed a $60 million deal with Spotify,
Yeah.
and she's just like...
As she should. As you should, Alex Cooper.
Yeah. And Taylor is worth like 500 mil?
She's Taylor Swift. She's a billionaire now.
Oh, she's a billionaire.
She's actually, as a Swiftie, I must brag on her. And this is why I look up to her for so much, though, too, is, you know, obviously we all know that she had help from her father getting into the music industry, and that's a luxury not all of us have.
No.
I will say with that, though, comes the investing in her talent, because, you know, I love you, Taylor, but your vocals have improved so much over the years. That takes time and effort. And you can tell that this woman has put in so much time and effort into bettering her songwriting, her vocals, her performances, everything about her. And that's why she has amassed the crowds that she has, because she's put in the work. It starts with money, sure, but then you have to keep working. You can't just put money into something and expect it to grow without any work.
Yeah.
This woman is worth, I think, over $1 billion now on only her music alone. No, you know, perfumes, no brand deals, no nothing, just solely her music. Like, I think I worded that wrong. No, she didn't create like a fashion line. She didn't create like an
her
external
catalog
business.
is her main cash flow.
Exactly, which is impressive.
And she went through major abuse from so many dudes.
Yes.
Scooter Braun and like Justin Bieber, I love you and I'm sorry that you've been through so much shit, but like you were on the Taylor hate train to the point where, you know, it was so debilitating for her.
Yeah.
Like the public hate. Like it was like the high school bullying towards Taylor.
Yeah.
You know, because Scooter was with all the cool kids. Like Ariana and Justin are so conventionally cool.
Yeah.
And Taylor is not. She's like the dorky, nerdy, she's the one that the girls can relate to because she's not like the hot, sexy dancer.
Yeah.
She's like the girl that's like, no, but let's talk about how he really broke your heart. And I'm going to write 15,000 songs.
Exactly. And flowers where flowers are due. Justin Bieber is a phenomenal vocalist and writer. So is Ariana.
Yeah.
And Ariana actually comps her own vocals. She produces,
I know.
which is incredible. That girl is actually so much smarter than I think we realize.
Yeah.
But, you know, Taylor did have to break through in a much different way. And she had to really put in the work to like get to where she was at.
Yeah.
And again, like with the exception of Bieber because he was discovered by Usher, you know, Ariana and Taylor both had money starting off. They had family money, which is a different case for most of us. Taylor did put in the work to grow her audience. There's a reason why this girl is selling out stadium upon stadium upon stadium and everywhere. All over the world. They just had 3 sold out nights, I think, in Amsterdam or wherever she was. And that's incredible. Like,
that's crazy.
She really has put in the work and done this. And also, to be so fair, she's been doing this for 15, 18 years?
Well, I mean, everyone's been doing it for as long as Taylor.
In the public eye, though. Like, her career took off and her career has been building since then.
Right. I think it's just about what are you doing to better your career. And I think also we need to look at people like Taylor because I think I talk to artists about this all the time. Mm-hmm. It's very difficult when you're promoting yourself.
Yes.
Because we don't want to feel like a narcissistic, crazy person, especially when you don't have the money and other people blowing you up, blowing your brand up for you. It's way easier when someone else is doing because you can kind of just be like, I don't know what's going on and it's blowing up without me being involved. Yeah. It's way less narcissistic. When it's like we're indie, we are in the trenches going, okay, well, what about this? Hey, look at this. Hey, like listen to this song. It's
and I don't think it's necessarily narcissistic. Like you should believe in yourself.
It's not.
But it does get to a point where you're like, you have to create cringe content to even go viral nowadays. Like, let's be so for real. Can we focus back on the talent?
Yeah.
Like that.
But what I wanted to say with that is watching Taylor and even Queen Herbie, who is independent now.
I love her.
Yeah. Love Queen. Putting so many songs out. It kind of makes you go, wait, maybe I should just put it out. Because I think we have so many songs that we're like, I don't know. And I have finally decided I'm going to put out an EP with a bunch of pop songs that I've had for a really long time that I gave up on because I felt that it had already been done. Yeah. But now that we're back in this like Charlie XCX Slater era, I'm like,
put it out.
It sounds like I just recorded it yesterday.
Exactly. Put it out.
From what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So and seeing the girls put so many projects out, I'm like, even if I don't have the right, like I just did a whole bunch of new photos and I'm like, but maybe you should do a special photo for this EP. And it's like, bitch, you have 500 new photos. Pick one, put it out. And then you can do another photo shoot for another batch of songs. Like just put it out. Yeah. And I think that we also need to have more encouragement as artists to just put our shit out and like fucking stand strong in it. Because I feel like when I first moved to LA, it was so curated and there were like 10 different opinions on why it wouldn't work. And it's like, I don't give a fuck anymore because the world is different.
Yeah. And also life is short. Put it out. Put the music out.
Yes, put it out.
And with photos too, I'm not even gonna lie. I would love to say that I curate my photos and I do the best to make it look like I do. I don't. I pick something that I really like and then I'll have it on like, okay, I'm going to make this the album art. Like this is going to be the EP art. This is going to be the single art. And then like a week before release, I change it. I completely change it. I do something completely different. I'm like, oh, actually which is the good part about being independent, but also kind of, I do wish that I had a team and I wish that I had somebody else running those reins so that I could just do the photo shoot, submit it and be like, yeah, sure, those 5 look great. Surprise me, whatever. Because I feel like I spend so much time worrying about that, like the nitty gritty stuff. And like, yeah, you should think about it, I guess, like from the artistic point of view, but also, you know, get your music out. And then, you know, as long as you're staying on brand, get your music out and then eventually start to really hone in and start curating once you're more organized.
Yeah. Another thing I want to bring up, just because this is what I'm going through personally lately, is I literally come from my own family's dance studio.
Yeah.
And I don't have backup dancers on stage.
Yeah.
I am not doing choreography, y'all. And I am literally a like super advanced
Dancer.
competitive dancer. But I've always, the minute I came to LA, I was like, no, I have to prove myself as a singer because there was so much hate. Again, when I first moved to LA, I had every single thing about me was no, because we already did Britney and you're a dancer. And it's about American Idol and the singer, the riffers, the, you know, not white, not blonde. We don't want that. We want like diversity. We want singers and songs that stand out. And so I came in here at the wrong fucking time.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, it makes me sad because I'm like, shit, I really, like for my music videos, I incorporated dance. But for live shows, it was always like, no, you better be able to stand there and fucking sing.
Yeah.
And so lately, I've been doing shows with a couple of artists that have dancers.
Ooh.
And it's making me feel,
Girl, dance.
no,
Dance.
no. My point is I should be able to stand there with a microphone and just sing if that's what the fuck I want to do.
Well, that
I don't
too.
want to spend money on backup dancers.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it is very inspiring.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, like just dance. It's like, well, yeah, eventually I would love to if I had the budget, of course. But it's like, I'm focused on the podcast. And if someone's going to ask me to do a show, I'm going to go sing because that's what people, you know, that's what I'm being asked to do. So, but like, yeah, what is your opinion on that?
I mean, okay, so I think backup dancers have a time and a place because I have had backup dancers in my set before. I don't have them currently.
Yeah.
I'm not performing on big stages. I'm not doing festivals anymore. I was doing festivals when I had backup dancers.
Yeah.
And I would rather for myself focus on sounding better.
Yeah.
And really like giving you guys what I have to deliver. I can work on the dancing later. I personally am not a dancer. I'm not coordinated at all. So when I try to dance, it's a nightmare. So I prefer having like more of a band next to me or going up and just singing my songs because I just like to sing. Like I just want to sing. Just give me a microphone, let me sing. Like I don't want to have to focus on choreography. I know if I want to tour that obviously like that'll be included and that's fine. We'll get there when we get there. But when we're doing these smaller events, like LA has all these iconic venues that are so small. They're small. And let's be so for real. Do we really need dancers on those stages? No, not really. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like if you want to have them, sure.
Yeah.
But it depends on what you want to deliver. Do you want to deliver a show or a performance? I think that's the difference too. Is
right. I mean, all I know is, and I'm just saying this because I'm feeling guilty about not having dancers all of a sudden, and I don't want to feel that way. I think everyone just do whatever you guys want to do. And I will do whatever I want to do, which is just, I'm going to sing.
Yeah.
And yes, I would love to have a world tour with full blown choreography. Duh. But like, yeah, not for a small venue.
No.
For sure not. And also what I would like to say is like all of the singers that I'm either friends with or that I look up to that are booking gigs out here as professional singers, there are no dancers.
No, because there's really not. That's something that's strange about Los Angeles too, is that while, it is easier for pop artists to get booked out here personally than like say Florida or even like even Tennessee, like it's harder to get booked as a pop artist anywhere because people want alternative and rock and country. And when you do get booked as a pop artist out here, a lot of pop artists here don't usually have the full choreo.
Yeah.
And, I've only ever seen myself and maybe a handful of others have backup dancers occasionally, but these venues aren't really built for that. These venues are built for bands and that's what they're built for. And so I feel like, when you're up and coming and you're trying to really get it going, do what you can do and save some money. Like, sure,
Yeah.
if you're going to do bigger shows, hire backup dancers, but save some money and just go up there and sing and put on a good show so that you get noticed. So then you can have backup dancers.
Right. Yeah. Like I just interviewed Mac Glitzy, and Mac is spending a shit ton of money on production.
Yeah.
And which is great because it's like you watch their music videos and it's like, holy shit. Like it's amazing. And I do the same thing for music videos because I don't want to do a video unless it's like amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to get to the point where it's like, nah, just do a video, girl.
Well, you know what I was watching music videos, just like, you know, my nail salon that I go to, they put on music videos. I should probably move my knee.
Fun.
But they put on music videos while we're getting our nails done and such. And so I'm like watching these music videos, and what I'm noticing is starting out, a lot of these artists that you would think had big budgets, they just use like the desert or they use the beach, and it's just one continuous scene and maybe one other scene, and it's so inexpensive to do that. Just get a really good camera, spend the money on the camera, and then go be an astronaut on the beach. Hello?
Those are your fans. Exactly. Yeah. I think what I'm trying to say is like, do the Queen Herbie blueprint where it's like she's getting her costumes from Amazon and they're just shooting content like there's no tomorrow, like, honey. And I have always been so stuck in like, it's gotta be this.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, how has that worked out for you?
Yeah.
It looks amazing, and yeah, you're flexing on everyone, but like you're not making any money.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I want to talk about is making money. So Ricky Rebel just, you know, we've been talking about this for a minute now, for like a few months now, about putting together a live stream show.
Okay.
Because he wants to sell tickets on Facebook because he already has like a following.
Yeah.
But I really think we need to be doing more ticket sales through live stream.
I literally just had the promoter that's helping me with the event that we're doing, literally, and I just had a conversation with him about that because he was like, hey, I kind of have this idea and this person. And I was like, you know, I've never had someone that was actually able to do that the correct way approach me with that. And I would love to do it.
Yeah.
Because I know there's so many people, especially my fans, that are in other cities or countries even, that would love to see the live show but never get to because I obviously am here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, exactly. And like you were saying, doing an all-girl pop show once a month. Yeah. Like even if I turn this living room into a live stage, it's game over, motherfuckers. Like
that's my dream, is to have a stage in the living room. Like, come on, Hannah Montana.
Well, yeah. I am gonna do it. I'm gonna cover the floor with Marley. Does anyone have the hookup for Marley? We're gonna do this. We're gonna build out this. We're gonna create the live show stage in this living room.
What's Marley?
Marley.
Who's Marley?
Shout out to all my dancers. When you walk into a dance studio, like the playground.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I haven't taken class at the playground yet, which is so crazy.
I haven't taken a class, but I've been in the building.
Okay, well, we need to go.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kenny Wormald. We made out when we were children. Yeah. Anyway,
LOL.
So Marley is usually the floor used, usually for ballet studios, but it's in every dance studio, I think.
Okay.
And it's best for like turning. You can tap on it, like any type of dance shoe.
I got you.
But Marley is like a dark gray color, and it's like a thick, rubbery plastic material, and it's amazing. And I want to cover the floor with Marley and put mirrors on the wall and just turn it into a dance studio so you can rehearse and perform.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. Yes. Rochelle.
I'm doing it.
Do it. I support it. I support it.
And it's crazy because, you know, Ricky is gay, so he's a girl. It counts.
It counts.
It's got to be all girls. It has to be. But I have been preaching this since episode 1.
Yeah.
Dear universe, please give me an all-female production team.
Yeah.
You know, just all these girls coming together to make a thing happen. And it's like, we're going to fucking do it.
Yeah.
We're going to do it and we're going to make money.
You know what I really love about just the all girl thing in general? And I just want to like shout out my fan base for a real quick second.
Yeah.
I am starting to be put on to the girlies on TikTok. And I love that so much because at my core, I am for the girlies. But I will say those who have supported me, there are some girlies, but it used to be primarily men. It's now, you know, growing. But to those men who continuously support me and are respectful, and you guys have always been there, thank you guys so much, because these are also the same men who support like the all girl, like they're here for it. They're like, let's see it. Like we would love to see it. So,
well, and also what I thought you were about to go into, which is such a touchy subject, but it's hard to get girls to work together because
so hard.
There's so much underlying bullshit, just all of the things. And sometimes it's really not personal most of the time. I think it's just innately inbred in females to be like, you know, fuck this bitch, or I can't believe she said this, I can't believe she did that, or da da da. You and I were just texting with Mandy Rose.
I love her.
Yeah, shout out to Mandy Rose, you guys. She has a show on Saturday. Please go support her. But she was like, dude,
eight.
Right,
I love that
exactly.
song so much.
But she was like, you're the first girl to DM me with an opportunity.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm just like, that is a reflection of also where we are still at. Why the patriarchy is still winning is because it's so terrifying for girls to come together because, you know, you think, well, if I bring her in, is she going to steal my thunder? Is she going to steal this? I mean, that's what ends up happening. At first, no, but then that's it. I mean, my friend, I'll bleep her name out, but she just called me this morning and she's like, I learned all the backup vocals. And then the lead singer was like, you know what? I really don't need you, because she was so good. And the whole band was like, you're killing these vocals.
But also, wouldn't you want your background vocalist to be good? I would. Because if you're not, you're going to make me sound bad. What?
It's insane. But that's the name of the game, man. And it's like, that is why Queen Herbie, like, do it yourself. Yeah. Do it yourself. Build the castle and the people will come.
She's queen for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, actually, is one of my friends, Jessica, does her photography.
Amazing.
I love that. Whenever I found that out, I was like, oh, I love Queen Herbie. That's so cool.
And Finnessy, who is a man, very respectful, I worked with him on some stuff back in the day when I was signed to some publishing company. And he mixes her tracks.
Nice.
Yeah. And so anyway, but I mean, you know, Queen's been married for 13 years and Nick does produce all of her shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
hey, if it works, it works. if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
At the same time, she is pushing out positive lyrics.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, and like we love Ice Spice, but it's like, and all of our songs are like encouraging dick stuff.
Yeah.
And it's...
I've got some new songs for this next project.
Yeah.
That aren't all that, just because I've experienced a little more life now that I'm like more inspired to write. But I think that happens as you know, unfortunately go through shit.
Right. But it's, and I've said this before, it's very difficult to come off cool and edgy and sexy with positive lyrics.
Yes.
Because you're like, how do I not come off as like Christian adult contemporary?
Yes. Yes. And she does a great job at doing that too.
She does.
I love it. And she's also always posting content, like quality content, 3-4 times a day, maybe even sometimes 5 times a day. I'm like, I am exhausted doing 1 to 2 a day. What? Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
She's killing it.
It's so much work.
That's why I'm up at 3 a.m.
There is a show, Studio 71. Free show. You must RSVP.
It's free.
Yeah.
It's my EP release party.
We're
releasing an EP. Surprise.
You guys. Are
And
you
it's
allowed to say
free.
that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not signed. I can say what I want.
It's an EP release party, y'all, at Grandmaster Recorders.
Grandmaster Records, Studio 71.
Oh, Grandmaster
Records,
Records.
right? I've been
I don't
saying
think so.
Grandmaster Records and no one has been correcting me. So I'm assuming it's Grandmaster Records.
I don't think so.
No?
Let me see.
Okay, I'm going to
It's
ask.
a famous venue, so let's get it right. Hold on.
Can y'all start correcting me when I say the wrong things? I say them
Where have
so
you been
often.
saying it?
Everywhere. In
Like
public.
where?
In public at the venue when we went to go see it.
It's Recorders.
Oh.
Grandmaster Recorders, plural.
Recorders. Okay.
Since 1971.
Oh. Slay.
And 71, Studio 71.
Oh, because 1971.
Yeah.
I get it. Cute.
Once a legendary recording studio, now a legendary spot to dance.
It's such a cute venue. Also, there's going to be a rooftop. So if you want to come see us and in between sets, you want to go check out the rooftop, it's going to be a vibe. We have 2 DJs up on the rooftop
Ooh, yes.
for the whole night. And we
Yes.
have myself.
Yes.
We have Rochelle.
Yeah.
We have Tori K. We
Yeah.
have Bishop. We have Yetzira. And I believe Rendella. That's right. We added Rendella on because of the date change.
Okay.
And I'm so excited because I don't think you've met Rendella.
No.
You're going to love her.
Yeah.
She's this phenomenal vocalist. I met her through my other friend Kadara, who is another phenomenal vocalist.
Yeah.
Rendella does this beautiful falsetto. I'm going to brag on her for a minute.
Cool.
She does this beautiful, soulful falsetto that is unlike any that I've ever heard.
Amazing.
It's stunning.
Cool.
And I'm so excited. I feel like the lineup is really good. We have a lot of talent on the lineup.
And so you have a band.
I do.
And is anyone else using the band?
Rendella might.
Okay.
Rendella might use the band. I know that Bishop has his own band. And
Oh.
Yetzira has her own band as well.
Oh shit. Okay, so I'm the only one.
It's okay. we have a DJ too for the
Okay.
tracks. Don't you worry.
Listen, I feel like I'm enough.
You are. You're more than enough. Wait, I don't think Tori K is using the band.
Okay. She's not bringing dancers?
She might.
Okay. I know her and Ricky have a show at Hotel Cafe. Or no, they already had it, right? I can't remember.
They already had it.
I can't remember.
I don't know
Is
what
it
day
May?
it is. It's May. I don't know what day it is
I
ever.
don't know what fucking day it is.
I never know what day or time it is. I'm always confused.
Like, it's May.
It's somewhere in May right now. I think
What is...
it's definitely not April.
But anyway, we're talking about your show. Okay,
Yes.
so you guys, the link, all you have to do is RSVP. And there's limited spots. So click on the link, RSVP. We need you there. We need a packed crowd. Do you have a video person?
We're getting one. I want to pack this bitch out.
How much is the video person?
Do you want to talk about this often?
Yeah. But just to let you guys know, it's like, yeah, we're putting on a show for y'all. And every single thing we do costs so much money. Go to patreon.com.
And donate $10,000
Yes.
or $100,000 if you're feeling generous.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And then I'll hire some dancers. Okay, people?
Yeah.
How many songs are you singing?
I think my set's 45 minutes.
Cool.
And we're singing the whole EP. Before it releases, the EP itself releases on the 21st of June. And I'm singing the whole thing for one night only on the 13th of June for this release party.
And Taylor Swift's lucky number is 13.
It is. Oh my God. It is. I didn't even think about that. I love
Yes.
that. So we're doing a couple covers as well.
'Kay.
And I'm currently learning guitar, which is why my nails are short. And I'm hoping that by the time this show comes around, and I'm thinking that it might be, because I'm picking up learning it very fast, that I'll be able to do my cover of Would've, Could've, Should've by Taylor Swift on my own guitar, which would be so cool.
You guys, yes, this is what we need. Amazing.
Amazing.
Women learning how to play the instruments, engineer, all of it.
Everything. Because I know how to do keyboard, but I don't really like playing and singing because like my mind for keyboard, I'm either playing keyboard or I'm singing. I can't do both. My mind doesn't work that way.
Same.
But with guitar, I found it to be so much easier to play and sing. It's a little more difficult, but it's not nearly as difficult as playing and singing on piano for me for whatever reason.
Yeah. With the type of ADHD that I have, I would have to be locked in a basement with like a Russian gym coach to even get me to like be able to sing and play at the same time.
Just like starving you out and being like, no.
Right.
9. Oh, that's German.
Right. Which there's something to be said for abuse because it really does bring out the best in people. But
well, you know, I feel like those of us who either were cheerleaders or dancers, negative reinforcement is what we respond to.
Right.
Because I do recall that my cheerleading coach was trying to give me like positive reinforcement when we were stunting one time, and it just wasn't hitting, it wasn't doing it. And I remember one practice where she goes, "I'm gonna remove you from this stunt if you don't hit it." And I said, "Oh, okay," and I hit it. And I think something about someone taking that opportunity away from you makes you work harder for it. So if you feel like your opportunity is like in jeopardy, you're gonna work harder for it because you're like, no, that is mine.
Yeah, I don't know. I just had a shitty work meeting, so I'm like,
well, that's different. That is way different.
If a woman is yelling at me, I guess it's fine. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I still don't like that. But
no.
You know.
It's a mix. We need to be held accountable and we need like that tough love, but you also need the encouragement.
Yeah.
Of like, listen, I wouldn't be on your ass unless you were amazing.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm on your ass because you're so great. Like it's this and then it's that. It's both.
And there is a fine line between, you know, being just a straight up cunt, for lack of better words, and being, you know, supportive in a way that you want your friend or whoever to be better. Yeah. You know, there's creative criticism and then there's just being a dick. So.
Yeah, because we'll do that to ourselves anyway. We don't.
Oh, I think the word was constructive criticism.
Oh, yeah. That's what we need. Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
So, you get it.
Okay, so constructively go on the internet, please, and follow Blair. Where can everyone follow you?
You guys can find me all over the internet. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'm on X, Twitter. Yeah. Not much, though. I'm also on Facebook. Also not much, but I'm there. And Threads. Blair Woods Official is most tags. The only different one is, I believe, YouTube. It's just Blair Woods. But yeah, Blair Woods Official everywhere.
And what do you prefer for music, Spotify or Apple?
Both. Whatever you got, stream it on repeat. Mute it during the night and stream it on repeat some more. Turn it all the way up and annoy your neighbors with You Could Be the One, because honestly, it's a banger and I'm really proud of that one. Yeah. So stream it.
And also, I think that I should let you know, why are the remixes not on Instagram?
They should be. And I was looking at that today because I was trying to add hours. Yeah. And it's not popping up. Okay. Side rail. I am trying to look into a different distribution. Okay. Because I do find that with DistroKid, every now and again, sometimes my music gets taken off of Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that, just without notice, without telling me. Yeah. And so,
so weird.
I'm looking for a new distributor. That's a whole thing. Yeah. And ideally, I would like at this point a distribution deal just to like, I feel like I'm at that point in my career where it would be nice to have something like that just to help me like level up a little. Cause I feel a little stagnant. Mm-hmm. I feel like I could be doing more. And I feel like there's definitely outlets that could help me be doing more. Right. So we're trying to figure that out. So I don't know why we can't see it, but sometimes that happens. So weird. Like, what is it? No Question for the longest time was off of everything. And I was like, I didn't remove it. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, I've had people be like, yeah, I'm searching your name on Instagram and it's not even popping up sometimes. And I'm like, that's insane. Yeah. That's impossible.
Literally, I think there's only 3. If you type in Blair Woods, there's only 3 songs that pop up on Instagram right now. And I don't know why that is because it used to be like 12.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like,
the fuck?
Okay, well, DistroKid, dear DistroKid, please get your shit together. You Could Be the One is our new jam. But the EP of the summer is going to be...
So the EP of the summer is called Could Be Us, and it's a conceptual EP that is based on the idea of someone, the idea of loving someone, and how this could be us, but you fucking around.
Yes. So, loving that energy. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, my EP is going to be songs from like when shit was toxic for women. But let's just pretend like you're singing it to a girl or to yourself in the mirror.
There you go.
Okay? You know?
Wait, so now I really want to hear yours.
Yeah. Well, they're all available on Patreon right now for download.
Oh.
You can either pay for the songs or you can download them all for free if you become a Queen of Cups member. So it's up to y'all if you would like to get the songs right now.
You could also donate $100,000 to the Patreon so that she can just put everything out in the proper way.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Exactly. Okay, you guys. Well, we love you so much. Give yourself a hug. Do something today that makes you happy. Journal. Listen to Blair's music. Whatever it is.
Get a massage while you're listening to my music.
Yeah.
Get fucked while you're listening to my music.
We will see you later.